So for geometric sequence, geometric means to go from one number to the next, you are multiplying. Or to go from one number to the next, you can divide. That's geometric. So the common ratio is a term divided by the previous term. So the second term divided by the first, it gives you the common ratio. Common ratio means it's the same, it's common. If I say something is common, everybody has it. Does everybody have a shoe in your class? So you can say black shoe is common. Everybody has it. So common here means it's the same for all of them. The third term divided by the second term gets the same answer, R, which is the common ratio. And what makes a geometric sequence is that all of their common ratio are the same. And that is very important part in all this calculation. Common ratio is the same as second term divided by first. Common ratio is the same as the third divided by second. Common ratio, I can pick another one, it's same like the 20th divided by the 19. So common ratio is the same. That's very important. And then for geometric sequence, the first term is given the letter A, like A comes first in the alphabet. So the first term is A. To go to the next one, you times by R. So the next one will be A times R, which is AR. Because you're multiplying by R each time. So you start with A, the first one. To get to the second, you times by R. To get to the third, you times by R again. It becomes R squared. To get to the fourth, you times by R again. It becomes R to the 3. So because you start with A, the first one, the arrow there is like arrow to the 0, if you think of it that way. And then it goes arrow to the 1, arrow to the 2, 3. So if you have the fourth term, the arrow is to the power 3, 4, and then 3. If it's the third term, the arrow is to the power 2. And if it's the n term, the arrow is n minus 1. So that's the n term for the formula. And this n term is given in the formula booklet. So what I've got here in red is the geometric sequence or progression. The first one A, second A arrow, third A arrow squared. And then the general formula for the n term, A arrow to the n minus 1. And then this formula we say sum. Sum means you want to add like the first 5 terms. You use this formula. If there's only 5 of them, you can add one at a time because there's only 5 of them. But if there's like 20 of them, that's when the formula is very important because you don't want to add 20 things. You put the first term, you put the common ratio, you put n is 20, put in the calculator, you get sum of the geometric sequence. And this formula is best to remember them, but I think they would be given in the exam booklet. If you check to make sure, but I think that they should be there. So try and write down these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. The last 2 are the same. It's one way or another. You can choose either of them. But these 3, 1, 2, 3, they're the 3 things that we're going to use now. Make sure you write it down and then I'll get some examples and we'll use them.